Hello, good morning to you, my beautiful students. How are you doing this day? I hope that you are enjoying yourself over there. It is time to have our class. I want you to get everything that can distract you away from you and go to a place where you can learn and listen attentively. Today we are going to consider the topic, building materials and types of building. Building materials and types of building. The learning objective for today, at the end of the lesson, you should be able to define building, explain types of building, state building materials and their uses. Now, meaning of building. Meaning of building. Building can be defined as a structure. Structure. What is a structure? A structure is a substance with a well-patterned arrangement, solid, strong, and appealing to the views. Okay, building can be defined as a structure erected to provide shelter for human beings and the animals. Okay, when you think of building, you don't think about human beings alone. You also think about the animals. Types of buildings. Here we are going to categorize building into two types based on their identification. And the first one of it is that we are going to classify buildings according to the types of materials which they are erected. Okay, we are starting number one, mud building. The word mud building should bring your mind back to mud. When we are mud, we are talking about loamy or clay soils, which has been properly treated to plasticization. How can we do this? Get a lot of loamy or clay soil. Okay? Add water to it. Then stir it very well. After that, pound it again until it begins to behave like a plastic. Okay? Then that is when you can use it to build. Alright? And you know what? They produce very thick wall. The diagram here is a good impression of what mud building looks like. Second on the list, based on the materials on which their buildings are erected, is brick building. Brick buildings. The word brick building means the building that are molded from dry mortar. Dry mortar has to contain is a mixture of cement, sand, and sometimes you have clay. Okay? Clay. Brick are of two types, the sun-dried brick and the fire-burnt bricks, which is otherwise known as the red brick. The sun-dried brick, okay, this is a brick that is molded and allowed to dry or to lose its moisture under sun. Okay? The second one is fire burnt brick, also known as red brick. This red brick is, after it's been molded, it will be allowed to dry under kiln. Okay, it will be fired under kiln. The fire burnt brick is more better than the sun-dried brick because it is stronger, more durable, and well colored than the sun-dried brick. So in Nigeria we have brick industries in Ekiti, Nigeria. That's Ekiti State. All right. So you can take excursion today to see. Here is another example of a red brick. Okay, it is very good. Even sometimes if you build with brick, you don't need to paint it at the end of the day because it is appealing to the views. All right. Now, we have sandcrete buildings. Sandcrete buildings. What sandcrete should cast your mind to? Block, okay, or blocks. You've seen building blocks. You know, blocks are made from the mixture of cement and the sand with water. Okay, after that you put it in the mold and they are allowed to dry. So the blocks are then used for building. You can see this man is laying the blocks on top of one another with cement or mortar rather, so as to make sandcrete building. Then wood buildings. So the wood buildings can be erected with either log or timber or plywood. When you talk about log is timber that has been sliced into appropriate sizes. Okay? Now, plywoods are soft woods that are usually used for demarcating houses, building, and sometimes used in the roofing in support of asbestos. Okay, so wood buildings are common in riverine area. There was a time I went to Ijor area in Delta State. I saw many wood buildings. In fact, the foundation of the house is wood because the house was on top of water. Okay, so it is going to be very interesting to see. Let's move to the next one. Building type could also be identified by their construction design. Don't forget, we categorize building into two. We have looked at the first aspect, the aspect of building classification based on the materials for erection. Now we are looking at building type of classification based on construction design. That is the outline of the arrangement of the wall and the height of the building. Under this we have hut. What is hut? Hut is a small unit of Asian design built with mud, usually round in shape, and usually covered with thatch roof. I hope you are noting the key words there, and I'm underlining it as you can see. Hut is usually found in the village and some hotels. Okay, hut can be found in the village, as I said, and it is usually used by nomadic farmers and some farmers that have their main house far away from the farmland. Okay, they can stay there 2 to 3 weeks and then come back to their normal house. Okay, hut is a temporary building because it cannot last for a very long time. All right, so if you see hut in hotels, that is just there for people to have shade under them while they are having their refreshments. All right, so sometimes timber and the metals can be used to construct it. This is a good example of hut. Moving forward, we have bungalow. These are buildings that only occupies the ground floor. Note it, the ground floor. A flat design can accommodate a single family unit, and multi-unit room design can accommodate more than one family unit. All right, so bungalow is just a ground floor building. There is no upstairs in it, and it can contain many rooms based on the design of the architects. One or more family units can live in bungalow. All right, the next one is duplex. This is a compact story building. Compact story building. Usually roofs at the first floor are only designed to accommodate a single family unit. Alright? So, duplex is a compact story building. It can be 2-story building, it can be 3-story building. Alright? But at the first floor, you will see a roof. Alright? At the first floor, you will see a roof. There. Alright? So take note of it. Any house that you see a roof at its first floor is a duplex. Okay? This is a duplex. So this is a bungalow and this is a duplex. Now, detached buildings. Detached buildings. The word detached means to separate one thing from the other, or to leave a gap between one thing and the other, making sure that they are not together. Alright? So these are built and designed to occupy a plot of land. For example, your estate. If you go to your estate, you enter your estate, you will see different buildings being detached from one another. Okay? So, next is high-rise building. High-rise building means the building is very tall, very high, alright? And they contain modern design with all the modern amenities like water, supply, and electricity. Right? Now, skyscrapers. This is the master of all the buildings because they are very tall building, at least 45 stories. Here, this one you cannot just walk it. You have to get lift, all right, to help you get to the top of the building. And they are public buildings, not that. Public buildings designed purely as offices and for governmental activities. Alright? If you check, you will see the picture of the tall story building destroyed by Osama bin Laden. Alright? In USA, America. That was a good example of skyscrapers. So this is a detached building diagram or picture. You can see the buildings are in the same compound, but they are differentiated from one another. I mean, they are detached from one another with gaps in between them. This is a good example. High-rise building, so fine and beautiful. I know you want to live in this kind of a building. I know that. The skyscrapers, very, very tall. Burj Khalifa in Dubai is a skyscraper. Alright? And it is one of the beautiful, or one of the most beautiful buildings in the whole world. Now let's look at it. We have talked about buildings, but let's discuss what are the common building materials. Because once you know you can recognize buildings, you should be able to ask yourself, oh, what are the common building materials? Some of you can say, oh, you know it or you know it. I know you know some of it, but let us study it more. Sand is first on our list. You know, anywhere you go, you see sand because it is the most commonest building materials. Even if you have your, what they call, channel or gutter, where you can pack sand after raining, then you will get some sand that will be useful to make cement, rather than be useful to make blocks that you need for building. They are common, but you cannot just use any sand. There are two main types of sand that are allowed for building. They are soft sand and sharp sand. Okay, why do we need them? Because they contain little mineral matters which easily weathered and make building becomes fragile or weak. All right, that is why you go for them. Then we have gravel. Gravel is derived from weathering and erosion of rocks. What is weathering? Weathering is the breaking down of big raw particles into smaller fragments as a result of rain, temperature, glacier, otherwise known as ice, and other factors. Okay, rocks are also blasted and broken down to gravel, e.g. granite. Granite is a major rock that is being blasted to acquire gravel in quarry activities. Cement. Cement is a finely powdered manufactured substance consisting of gypsum plaster or Portland cement. It hardens and strictly binds other material together. Think of cement. Cement is very important. If you have your block cannot match perfectly without breaking. You need something to bind it together. And you have to think of what? Cement. Very, very important. Wood. Woods are used to produce wooden doors, ceilings, windows, roofing, etc. Check around your house, you will see woods in part of the buildings. They are very important, especially in roofing. Okay? The other material you can go for during roofing is iron. But most people don't go for iron because iron is very expensive. So people prefer wood in roofing the houses. Wood is affordable and cheaper than iron. Next is leaves and grasses. Leaves and grasses. Think of it. Have you ever seen a house built or roofed with leaves or grasses? I have seen it. I know some of you have not seen it. In the olden days, they used leaves and grasses to roof a house. Even in the village, you will see the palm tree leaves, okay, will be whipped and used to roof the house. Then glass is another important material. So, glass is a mixture of sand and other particles. And it is very transparent and give attraction to the building. So in these days, hardly you will see a house where there's no glass as windows. You see sliding windows, they are made of glass. That's a typical example. Even if you see all the banks, the front view of the bank, you will see that they are filled with glasses. Plastic and ceramic, think about it. Your water connection in the house done by plumber. All right? They make use of plastics for connecting waters around the house. And even ceramic, your WC. That's water closets and other draining waste or draining boards are product of ceramics. Then look at a very attractive house with roofing grasses and glass. Very interesting. Then metal. Out of all the metals, aluminum and steel alloys are the most used for building construction across the globe. Why? Because aluminum is cheap and affordable and very attractive. It can be coated. Okay? Steel alloy is very strong. If you look at the bridge, there is no bridge that can be constructed without iron in it. There is no building. Story buildings, if you want to deck in it, you will have to use iron together with concrete to bring about durability to it. Alright? So they are very key and important. Plastic, wood, ceramic plates, I've talked about them. They are also very key and important. Now let's look at lesson check. I believe you have learned something and understood me. Then you should be able to answer the following questions on your screen. Define building, classify building and give examples, state 5 building materials and their uses. I know that you will want to explore the more, and I'm giving you the avenue because following this link will give you some video that will also enable you to have more understanding. It will broaden your horizons rather, so that you can make do with the lesson and get the best out of it. Please write the link down and check the sites. All right. Thank you for your time and enjoy your day. Make sure that you obey all the lockdown rules and try to do what matters during this period. Try to study your book and avoid distraction. And I pray that it shall be well with you in Jesus' name. Ensure to prepare yourself towards the assessment that is coming up next day after this lecture. And make sure that you do very well. I will see you again. Bye.